Welcome back to Houston Life. And living in the digital age makes it easier to complete tasks, even design. But some hands-on art forms remain timeless, like printmaking.
Yeah, so when the Printing Museum closed its doors in 2023, after more than 40 years of service, one local organization and studio made it their mission to save the equipment. Joining us with more about their efforts is owner and director of Redbird Press, Lauren Chrislieb. Lauren, it's so nice to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's been a minute. We're so glad to have you back on Houston Life. Let's talk about the Printing Museum, because this was really sad. A lot of Houstonians don't realize that it permanently closed back in 2023. And 24. Okay, so it's been a couple years. But printmaking represents more than just the act of printing, right? Why was it so important to save this equipment?
Yeah, you know, I think that it really meant a lot to the community. There were a lot of people that were involved in that. They just really cared about it. And it was so evident when, you know, like the call to help us pack everything up and move it was made, and people just showed up, and they really helped us. They moved it not once but twice.
Wow. And these are big pieces of equipment, right? Like when word was sent out that, hey, this equipment needs to be moved within just a matter of days, it's not as simple as saying like, hey mom, can you come help me lift this thing?
Right.
You needed like specialized equipment to get it all out.
Yeah, I mean, some of this equipment weighs like 2 tons.
Thousands of pounds.
Yeah, thousands of pounds. So it was a big deal.
Yeah, and Lauren, I want to ask you about your history in printmaking and how you really enveloped this art. And were you a customer of the museum beforehand? How did it all come about?
Yeah, well, I taught printmaking at the University of Houston for a number of years. I had taken my class to the Printing Museum a couple of times, but I wasn't like, I wouldn't say that I went regularly, but I was, you know, I knew about it. And I guess I was just kind of the person at the right place at the right time to kind of take on sort of like saving the equipment. So we found a storage and we moved everything into it. But I would say, I guess, you know, starting printmaking, I kind of fell in love with it when I was in grad school at the University of Houston, and I learned all about it as a student there. And then I just continued teaching, and I taught fundamentals of printmaking for like 8 years or something like that.
Lauren, by the way, is a very talented student, teacher, master of fine arts. I know you're very, very modest. Let's talk about printmaking, though, because when the printing press was invented, this, again, was more than just like an art form. This was the way information was distributed throughout communities. And still today, I feel like this equipment represents the empowerment of people, of communities that are often totally marginalized, totally forgotten.
Yeah.
So is that one of the reasons why you are so committed to preserving this art form?
Yeah, I would say so. I would, you know, it's pretty important. And the history of printmaking is just like, you know, you want to make sure that it lives on. And there's just a lot of, I guess there's a lot that kind of goes into how it was, because it did start as like news, and then it was just like spreading information in the same way that you guys spread information today. And so it's just really important, and in such an age where AI is so prevalent, you know, I think having that hands-on, and we're actually making everything by hand and printing it by hand, it just makes it so
tangible.
Yes,
yeah.
And it brings it back to life. And as I'm looking at the pictures of the different projects that y'all have worked on, it's all different types. I mean, when you're looking at etching and printmaking and wood chips and wood cutting, and look at that. What are some of your favorite pieces that you've designed and put together?
That's a great question. I really like all of the processes, but I do a lot of etching, so copper plate etching, and letterpress is so prevalent. A lot of the equipment that we got from the museum was letterpress equipment and wood type, so we have a very extensive collection of wood type, and so learning about letterpress and how it works and how we can put together and create things just with separate little pieces is pretty awesome. And so I would say that has quickly fallen into my favorite sweet spot.
Earlier in today's show, we were talking about the importance of taking time to focus, of taking a break to let your brain reset and rejuvenate. Redbird offers classes where even if I have no experience with this, Lauren, I can come in and take a class?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. We have lots of different classes that we offer every month. Right now, we're kind of gearing up for our summer classes, and they've actually just started. So we have silkscreen that is already going, but we have like bookbinding, we have letterpress, and we have relief, which is kind of what the carving situation. So there's a lot of different. Those are 4-week-long classes, but we also offer like 2-day, 1-day workshops, and we do team building events as well. So if you wanted to come in and bring your team, we could prepare something with your logo on it.
We want to come in and bring the team.
Definitely, HL, and that's what I was curious about is how long it takes to put together, a different piece of material.
Yeah, so it kind of depends. Like what we're using today to print with is a photopolymer plate. So we can design digitally, so we could like take your logo and make a digital plate with it. So that takes a little bit of time because we have to order the plate. With silkscreen, we can print the film ourselves and shoot and expose the screen, and we can screen print in like a day, so it doesn't take too much time. But it kind of just depends on the process and what you guys want to make. And so there's a lot of different things that we can do, and it's pretty exciting.
Lauren, before we let you go, and we are going to get a hands-on demo, by the way, when Redbird Press was born, what was your hope? I mean, what do you want for this community?
Yeah, it was really like, let's make this accessible to the community and keep everything together. And the accessibility part is so, like when I taught at U of H, I would have students who loved the class and they loved printing, but then they graduated. They don't have access to a press, and they're very heavy, they're hard to move, you have to have space. So having a space for people to come and create without, any sort of, like you can come as a newbie and we're going to teach you, and we're happy to teach you. And then you can also come as somebody who is an artist who's done it for a long time. So I think like having a space that's welcome and just open to everyone is very important.
It's so important. We love everything about it. Lauren Chrisley, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
And the fun has just begun. If you would like to learn printmaking, Redbird Press is offering summer courses. You can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv, where we have linked more information.
And coming up next in printmaking, in action with Hannah Bender from Redbird Press. She'll show us how to design a custom coaster step by step when Houston Life returns.